And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cobleskill-Richmondville High School as this evening MYVT Media Sports brings you live coverage of high school football. It's a battle of the unbeatens for our game of the week as the Bulldogs of Cobleskill-Richmondville host the Valley Hawks of Fonda-Fultonville. And good evening, everyone. I'm Keith Harrington. Glad to be here at Cobleskill-Richmondville the second time this week as Eric Picar and I made the trip down here on Tuesday to test out our streaming equipment and to do our First and 10 with Keith Harrington show from here. And we were lucky enough to speak with Coach Ed Hantho and a couple of the players, and we had a great time here. We wanted to film it outside here on the football field, but unfortunately, Mother Nature did not cooperate on Tuesday, so we did it in the weight room, and it worked out really well. But the teams are out on the field right now for the coin flip as we get ready to go for what should be an outstanding game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Telescope Furniture, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center, where we broadcast from each and every week. Also by Hoagland Property Management, by Skeen Valley Agency of Granville, Indulge Pizza, our touchdown sponsor, Indulge Pizza of Granville, Lake Champlain Coal, sponsors of our Lake Champlain Coal Company Player of the Game, Ravina Smart Shop, Shop and Save, and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save of Ravina and Scaticoke, and also Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. And we thank Kelly Farm and Garden for joining us tonight and also for being the sponsor of First and 10 with Keith Harrington this week. And we're glad to have them as a new sponsor on board with us here for this game tonight and for the First and 10 broadcast this week. So this is a very big game. The Class C West Division is on the line right here, even though there's a couple of games left. For all intent and purposes, the winner of this game will be the top seed in Class C West. Of course, a big game going on in Class C East tonight as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you some updates on that game as we go throughout the evening, as Granville Whitehall is at Hoosick Falls Tamarack, that game being played in Hoosick Falls, and the winner of that game will be the team that gets the 2 seed. Schuylerville with the 1 seed wrapped up in Class C East. But the battle for the 2 seed in a home game is on the line in that one tonight. And the folks around here were saying, hey, we might see you back here when Granville Whitehall comes here in a couple of weeks if that's the way it plays out. But still a lot to be determined as far as that goes. So we'll have to wait and see. And some of it's going to be determined tonight here and in Hoosick Falls. And here's the opening kickoff. It's going to be brought up across the 25 to the 30 to the 35, and a nice return for Cobleskill-Richmondville. And on the return, that was Cam Jackson, number 5, an excellent return. So good field position here to start things off. And the quarterback comes out for Cobleskill-Richmondville, Caden Cernoskis. Cernoskis, the junior signal caller, coming out into the huddle late is number 12. That's Isaiah Butcher, one of Cernoskis' favorite targets when he goes up top. And it's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. The football on their own 35-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right. Cernoskis will work out of the shotgun. Has 1 running back there with him. He'll look left, come back to the right, thinks about keeping it, has pressure, throws. It's incomplete out on the far sideline. Heavy pressure that time on Cernoskis. It looked like number 44 that was providing the pressure there, Colton Hesh. 44, a very famous linebacker number over the years in college football. Many top linebackers and a few in the NFL even have worn that number. 2 receivers to the right for the Bulldogs. And Cernoskis will work here from the gun on 2nd and 10. They will keep it on the ground and a pickup of about the play. And on the carry, it was number 28, Chase Henry. Henry picked up about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Football at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. We're just underway. 11:22 to go here in this opening quarter. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for Cobleskill. Once again, they'll have 2 receivers right. This time they'll put a receiver in the slot left, shotgun. They'll fake the handoff. Cernoskis is going to roll out. He's got pressure again and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Isaiah Butcher. And once again, providing the pressure for Fonda-Fultonville was Colton Hesh, number 44. So Hesh in 2 out of the 3 plays on that drive, doing a great job of getting in and putting pressure on Cernoskis. So it'll be a punt situation here for Cobleskill-Richmondville. And it will be Eli Barr doing the punting. And back deep, it is Sweet, Henry Sweet. And Sweet's going to let it bounce in front of him. Maybe he should have let that go. He touched it. It's a live football. Looks like the Dogs have it. And they do down at about the 26-yard line. So Sweet, with an error in judgment there, when that ball bounced, he should have just let it bounce. He came up running to his right, tried to put a hand on it, as you saw there, and the ball was touched, and he could not corral it, and the Bulldogs able to get it, and they're going to have 1st down and 10 at the Fonda-Fultonville 27-yard line. So a great opportunity coming up for Cobleskill-Richmondville right here. They'll send a receiver out here to the near side. That is Barr. Cernoskis out of the gun. He'll fake the handoff. He'll pump fake. He's got Barr, and it's going to be batted away. Nice job defensively there. It was number 7 there, Matt Oathout. So very well played there by Oathout defensively for Fonda-Fultonville. And there is a flag down. Personal foul on both sides, it looks like, offsetting. So a little extracurricular activity there at the end of the play. So that will offset. They'll replay the down. Or we go to 2nd down. We go to 2nd down, so they negate each other. Yeah, I was right with replay the down, correct? Yeah, because I looked up and saw 2. There we go. We're all working together as a team up here in the press box. Barr goes out to the right side. Butcher also to the right. That was Barr actually on that pass attempt, not Butcher. Cernoskis rolling out. He throws underneath, and that's going to be pass interference maybe. There's a flag coming in. Well, the flag is way behind the play, though. So it looked like a pretty good timed hit over there. What the penalty is, the penalty flag is right here near the line of scrimmage. Maybe holding possibly on the Bulldogs. It's in the neighborhood where holding gets thrown. Ineligible receiver downfield. So it will be an ineligible receiver downfield. So should Fonda-Fultonville accept the penalty, it would still be 1st down. It'd be 1st and 15. They will choose to take it and move it back to the 32-yard line. Go first. Henry is one of the backs in the backfield. Looks like Cam Jackson also in there. Cernoskis. Well, that is Cernoskis actually in the shotgun. He'll hand off to Henry. And Henry across the 30. Chase Henry, the sophomore. And Henry picks up 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Actually, more than that because they were behind the sticks when they started. So picked up about 7 to the 27-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Bulldogs. It's been a interesting drive. We've had penalties on a couple of the plays. Back to pass, Cernoskis throws underneath. Well played defensively. Wanted to go to the tight end that time. That's 88, Micah Hantho. But well played defensively by Fonda-Fultonville. And that was number I thought 54, although I don't see a 54. And sometimes that does happen. Cernoskis goes over and gets the play from the sideline back on Tuesday. 3rd down and 8. Receiver way over on the right side. 2 receivers here on the left. Cernoskis back to pass, setting up a screen. Throws it short to Butcher. And well read by the Valley Hawks of Fonda, as they were able to get Butcher behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage. It's going to be 4th and about 12 coming up here. So credit this Fonda defense, Fonda-Fultonville defense, as they, after the fumble, they have stiffened here and forced the Bulldogs to go backwards. And they gave up, against Granville Whitehall that game earlier in the year. They gave up 30 points to the C.J. Monty-led Granville Whitehall team. So, I thought maybe they were a defense that could be scored upon, but part of this ball game. The right side. Now a runner goes in motion. They throw underneath, and it's incomplete. So it's going to be Fonda-Fultonville finally getting a chance to get on offense here. 8:57 to go in the first quarter, no score, as they fumbled away a punt after the first drive of the Bulldogs. So now the Valley Hawks are finally going to get to go on offense. Their quarterback is number 2, Braden Wasink. And their top rusher, of course, is number 9, Colin Pickering. They've got trips here on the right side. They'll throw out in the flat on 1st down. They've got some space. They've got the 35. They've got the 40. And that was Matt Oathout. And they pick up a 1st down. The football is going to be put down right on the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Valley Hawks. This time they'll send 2 receivers over to the left side, Oathout and Cohen Rose. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. And they'll toss it to Pickering. Pickering, his first carry of the night. And he picks up about 6 yards, up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Should bring up around 2nd down and 4 here for Fonda-Fultonville. And they go without the huddle. Rose and Oathout once again to the right side. They've got another receiver left. And they'll give it to Pickering once again. And good penetration that time by the Bulldogs, but Pickering was able to get low and burrow himself for a couple of yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 coming up here as we go under 8 minutes to play first quarter. No score. Oathout's going to go to the left side. Rose is to the right side here. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. He'll take the snap. He'll hand to Pickering. He's got the 1st down, breaks into the open field, 40, 35, and down close to the 30-yard line to about the 32 as Pickering rambles into Bulldog territory at about the 32-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10. So Fonda-Fultonville on their first offensive possession on the move after the Bulldogs stalled out on a great opportunity. Here's Pickering once again. Pickering looking to get to the outside. And again, he picks up positive yardage across the 30-yard line. Somebody's got their helmet lying on the field there. And that is the Bulldog players had to go pick up a helmet. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up here. Wasink in the shotgun. He's going to roll out to pass. He'll throw. The receiver slipped and fell down. And that was Oathout. Actually, it was Sweet, number 4. Sweet's going to come out here to the near side along with Rose. In the backfield is Pickering with Wasink. He'll take the snap. A little bit of a delayed handoff. Tackle puts his head down. Very impressive run there as he was hit behind the line of scrimmage initially, but kept the legs moving and a very impressive run there by Colin Pickering. Chase Henry on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Sweet's going to come out here to the right side, two receivers left. Pickering with Wasink in the backfield. Here's Pickering. He's inside the 20, down close to the 15. Picked up close to 5 yards on the play. Dylan Gallagher on the tackle for Cobleskill-Richmondville. We had Dylan on the show the other day. Was a very good guest to have on the show. And he was talking about trying to stop Colin Pickering. And he said they've got other guys as well, which they do. But right now it's been the Colin Pickering show. Here's a fake to Pickering. Wasink is going to take it himself, gets outside, gets down close to the 10-yard line and close to a first down. Flag down, it looks like at the very end. And the initial indication is holding against the Valley Hawks, and that's going to cost them 10 yards. So a break here for the Bulldogs. If we can, we'll try to get some updates from that Granville Whitehall Hoosick Falls Tamarack game. Another very big game going on in Class C over in Class C East. So the ball is pushed back to about the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 there for Cobleskill-Richmondville. Receiver wide to the left. Sweets here on the right side. Back to pass, and not sure if it was tipped or not, but certainly Wasink was able to throw that ball at an odd angle, not the way he wanted to throw it because he had pressure coming from the right side. So 3rd down and 9 coming up. 5:32 to go. Clock stopped here first quarter. No score at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School. Rose going out to the left side. Sweet and Ohow are in the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground, and well defended that time by the Cobleskill-Richmondville defense. Pickering on the carry. He picked up about 4, up 4th and about 4 for Fonda-Fultonville. They'll go trips on that left side this time. Pickering in the backfield with Wasink. He'll take the snap. He'll roll back the pass. He throws. It's tipped and incomplete. And the Bulldogs come up with a big stop with 4:48 to go. That was huge because it looked like the Braves were going to go right down the field with Pickering and have a chance to put the first points of the evening on the board. Did I say Braves? I knew Braves was going to come out before the night was over. The Valley Hawks. I knew Braves was going to come out before the night was over. So the Bulldogs will go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll work out of the shotgun here. Cernoskis. And it's a handoff on a sweep out to the left side. And there's a flag down. And it looks like it was Henry on the carry. And it's going to be holding on the Bulldogs. So that'll cost them 10 yards. So penalties have been an issue here in this first quarter for Cobleskill-Richmondville. So we'll see where they put it down. So they're going to put it down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's down around the 8. So first, they'll put it on the 7. So 1st down over here. They got 2 receivers to the left. One will go in motion And they'll hand it to the motion man, a hole over the right side of the line. And that is Isaiah Butcher on the carry. And Butcher gets a nice chunk of yardage back, not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, but a couple of yards shy of there. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 now coming up for the Bulldogs. You know, Coach Hantho was telling us how this was a young team, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and they had to grow up in a hurry. And you see right here, you know, just looking at the guys that have been handling the ball so far, Sanauskas is a junior, Butcher is a sophomore, Henry is a sophomore. So indeed, they are a young group. Here's a little middle screen, little short screen pass, breaking to the outside, some room to run up to the 30-yard line, knocked out of bounds. And that is Henry. Over there to knock him out of bounds is Oathout, number 7. But it's going to be a 1st down for the Bulldogs. So well designed, well executed there by Cobleskill-Richmondville. So they're going to put the ball down at about the 28-yard line. 1st down and 10, 3:36 to go here in the opening quarter. Eli Barr is going to go out to the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. And up across the 35 is Henry again. One of the guys on the tackle there for Fonda-Fultonville was Colin Pickering. Sweet was also there. But a pickup of 7 on the play is going to be 2nd down and 3 at the 35-yard line. The Bulldogs trying to get something going here on their 3rd drive of the night. 3 downs and out on the 1st drive, and then picked up a fumble in Fonda-Fultonville territory after a punt. That drive stalled mainly because of penalties, and now trying to get things going here. Little counter play, and on the carry, it's going to be number 20. That is Landon Holslander. And Holslander has the 1st down at the 39-yard line. Nice little misdirection counter play there for the Bulldogs. And they pick up a 1st down at the 39-yard line. So 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. We go under 2.5 minutes to go opening quarter. No score here on Nivett Media Sports. Glad to have you along with us here for our Friday night game of the week. Barr is going to come out here to the left side. Cernoskis out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Little bobble on the handoff. Luckily, they were able to hang on to it. And that's Henry on the carry. And not much there, if any. Looks like no gain on the play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. I was just thinking what a beautiful place this is to watch a game when it's not pouring rain out and the windows getting covered like it was last year when we were here. And people were saying, we can't see the game. The window's covered with water. What would you like us to do? Yeah, that's what our plan was. Cernoskis under pressure, scrambles, gets up across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. A small gain on the play. Yeah, Dangle Eric, our producer and cameraman, out the window was one of our plans with a chamois. 3rd down and 8 coming up here for the Bulldogs at their own 41-yard line. We go under a minute to play. Opening quarter, no score. Coming out to the left side is going to be Barr. Also, Butcher. Henry's in the backfield with Cernoskis. Takes a snap, fakes, rolls out, looking, throws underneath. It's complete to Butcher. And Butcher up to about the 45-yard line, knocked out of bounds there by number 5, Cohen Rose. But they're going to be about 3 yards short. And looks like Coach Hantho will punt it away here. Well, they had success last time they punted it. Probably Sweet going back, unless they said, Sweet, you fumbled it last time. We're going to try somebody else, but we'll see. And the punter is Eli Barr. for the Bulldogs. A couple of linebackers drop back like they're thinking maybe they're not going to punt it. And this is over the head and fumbled again. And this time out of bounds. And it was Henry Sweet back there once again. And Sweet once again having trouble handling the punt. Fortunately for him, it's going to go out of bounds. So the Valley Hawks are going to take it over 1st and 10. Looks like around the 22 or 23-yard line. 29.5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. And we have no score in this battle of unbeaten teams, 6-0 versus 6-0, with the number 1 seed likely, barring any upsets down the stretch, on the line here in Class C West. So 1st down and 10. Wassink takes the snap, going to toss it left for Pickering. Pickering looking to get outside, but strung out pretty well there by the Bulldog defense. It's going to be a couple of yards on the play. Looks like 3 for Pickering. And it was really strung out well by Cobleskill-Richmondville. If you get Pickering running east and west, not north and south, that's what you want if you're the Bulldogs. And they did that on that play. Got out of bounds, though, stopping the clock. 22.6 seconds left here in the quarter. Sweet comes out to the right side. They got a receiver in the slot. It's a low snap. Wassink picks it up and gets it to Pickering. Pickering able to lunge to the 30-yard line, picked up a couple of more yards, and that's going to be the last play as the clock will tick down. And that will do it for the first quarter here at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School on our MYVT Media Game of the Week. The Battle of the Unbeatens, Cobleskill-Richmondville, nothing, Fonda nothing at the end of a quarter here. And let's take a look at some of the sponsors who helped to bring the game your way here tonight. From Cobleskill-Richmondville High School, such as Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville. And they are sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also by Kelly Farm and Garden. Kelly Farm and Garden is proud to support youth, sports, and our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. That's Kelly Farm and Garden. So we head now to the second quarter. It's been evenly played. Cobleskill-Richmondville got the first break of the evening when Fonda-Fultonville fumbled a punt, and they recovered it in Valley Hawk territory, but penalties and a stiff effort by the Valley Hawk defense stopped that drive. And then it was the Valley Hawks driving down to about the 10-yard line before the Bulldog defense tightened up and stopped that scoring effort. So now we start things here, no score, second quarter. And Fonda-Fultonville has the ball at their own 29-yard line, and they are facing 3rd and close to 4. And Wassink, for the first time tonight, right underneath the center, takes a snap, hands it off, and very close to the first down. Different formation, same result as it was Pickering again. And he's got the first down. So it's going to be a first down for Fonda-Fultonville. Colin Pickering again on the carry, and the Bulldogs, as they expected, getting a steady dose of Colin Pickering tonight. Pickering on the season putting up some very big numbers for Fonda-Fultonville. And once again, Wassink is underneath the center. Takes a snap, hands to Pickering, and Pickering behind the offensive line is going to power his way up close to the 40-yard line. I do have some stats here on Pickering this year. He's got 786 yards on 102 carries coming in. He's found the end zone 17 times, according to this stat sheet. I saw one the other day. I thought it said he had 22, so you never know with stats. Either way, it's a lot of touchdowns. They'll keep it on the ground for Pickering once again. And once again, just slowly, methodically picking up a little yardage at a time for Fonda-Fultonville, using clock, grinding away, picking up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 coming up here for the Valley Hawks. So nothing fancy so far by Fonda-Fultonville, just man-on-man power football right now, at least on this drive. And once again, Wasink is underneath the center on 3rd and 4. And once again, they'll hand it straight ahead. And they're going to be close to the first down. Once again, it's Pickering. I just took my time waiting for them to unpile on the rare chance maybe somebody else carried the ball on this drive for Fonda-Fultonville, but it was Pickering. I was waiting just to be sure. I wanted to give credit where credit was due. But 2 more yards picked up on the play. It's going to be 4th and 2, and it's early in the ball game and deep in your own, not deep in your own territory, but in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. But the Bulldogs aren't sending anybody back to receive a punt. And quite honestly, the Valley Hawks don't look interested in punting it. We'll see if they're just trying to draw them offside here. Wasink is underneath the center. They'll keep it on the ground, and they did not get there. The Bulldogs come up with a big stop on 4th down. And lo and behold, it was a different ball carrier. Joking about the fact that, will anybody else carry the ball? And indeed, somebody else did carry the ball, but they came up with a stop. So the Bulldogs will take over now in Fonda-Fultonville territory. 9:24 to go, 2nd quarter, no score. And they're going to throw it out in the flat, little middle screen type of place of running room. They've got about 12 or 13 yards. It's going to be a first down close to the 30-yard line. And it was Cernoskas throwing it out on the flat to Eli Barr, and Barr able to turn it upfield quickly, turn on the jets, and picked up about 13 yards. So they're going to put it down right on the 30-yard line or so. First down and 10 here. As we approach 9 minutes to play in the quarter, the Bulldogs have something going. They'll send 2 receivers out to the left side. Cernoskas will work out of the gun. He'll take the snap. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much there. Stacked up pretty quickly. And it was Butcher on the carry. Looks like he picked up a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at about the 29-yard line. Cernoskas getting the play from the sideline. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. They'll send a receiver wide out here to the right side. That is Barr, who had that electrifying play on this drive. Butcher is going to go in motion. They're going to throw over the middle, and Barr makes the catch, fouls it, breaks the tackle on his feet, inside the 15, still on his feet, toward the pylon, and touchdown, Bulldogs. It's a 29-yard touchdown pass from Cernoskas to Barr. And the Bulldogs grab the lead. Comes with 7:53 to go in the 2nd quarter. Look very similar to the pass play they just ran on the other side of the field for the other pickup of yardage. They said, let's move the wide receiver Barr to the other side, come with the same play. And it was successful. Cernoskas to Barr for 29 yards. The extra point kick. And the kick by Barr is blocked. So the extra point attempt is no good. But as they come up the field, 7:53 to go here in the 2nd quarter at Cobleskill-Richmondville High School, A 29-yard touchdown strike from Caden Cernauskas to Eli Barr, and it's 6-0 Cobleskill-Richmondville here on Unbeaten Media Sports. And we've got some great sponsors who help to bring high school football your way here every week on NYBT Media Sports, such as the Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save supermarkets. And tonight's game brought to you by Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, your hometown grocery store where community comes first. And you can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support our community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today, experience service with heart. That's Ravenna Shop and Save in Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save in Scotticoke. Also by Hoagland Property Management and Commercial Residential Lawn and Landscaping Services, property transformations and snow removal of Granville, New York. Call 518-222-0018 for Hoagland Property Management of Granville, New York. So the return kickoff here. Barr has it on the tee. The Bulldogs with that 29-yard touchdown pass from Cernauskas to Barr. And now Barr with it on the tee, ready to send it back over to the Valley Hawks of Fonda-Fultonville. And here is the kick. It's a good kick. It's going to be taken at about the 15-yard line, 20, 25, 30. Lots of room. And a very nice return by Matt Oathout. And it was number 21, Ben Walrath. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Walrath. Big tackle there by Ben Walrath, the senior. So they'll put the ball down at the 35-yard line for Fonda-Fultonville. First down and 10, 6-0, the Bulldogs. 7:48 to go here in this opening quarter. They looked like they were going to have two receivers on the left. Now they'll send Oathout to the other side. Wassink back to pass. He throws underneath, and they pick up about 6 yards on the play. It was Oathout on the catch and run. Picked up 6. It'll be second down and 4. So quick little hitter over the middle. Rose comes out to the left side this time. Two receivers on the right for Wassink. Pickering next to him in the shotgun. They'll hand to Pickering, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage, and he's trying to break away, but the Bulldogs are going to swarm to the ball. And among the guys that were there, Isaiah Butcher was there. Also, Landon Holslander among the Bulldogs in on the tackle. But somehow, Pickering able to still pick up yardage, and it's going to be third down and a yard. Great second effort there by Colin Pickering for Fonda-Fultonville. Third and a yard. They've got two receivers right, one to the left. Wassink now looks over to the bench. He'll take the snap, handoff inside for Pickering, and he's up close to midfield. In there on the play, Cam Jackson was also in on the play, but Colin York as well. So it's a pickup of a yard, but enough for the first down. First down and 10. Picked up maybe 2, actually. Out of the shotgun, here's Wassink. He had trips to the right. He throws, and it's caught, breaks a tackle up across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. And that looked like it was Rose over there that time. Cohen Rose, number 5. And it is a first down for Fonda-Fultonville coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wassink once again out of the shotgun, hands for Pickering. Pickering puts his head down, barrels through a couple of defenders, would-be tacklers, gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. You know, Pickering's one of those guys, he's going to get his yards, that's obvious, but your hope is if you're Ed Hantho and the Bulldogs, limit him getting into the end zone. So far, they've been able to do that. They throw out in the flat this time for Oathout, and he's going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line. more positive yardage on the play. 68 was there. That is Dylan Gallagher. Cam Jackson was also in on the play for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be third down and a long two coming up here for the Valley Hawks. Wassink from the shotgun takes a snap, hands off to Pickering, and Pickering down to about the 25-yard line. He's got the first down. You see the read option there from Wassink. You see the delay in giving the ball to Pickering. And what he's doing right there is he's reading probably the defensive end, but he's got reads that he's got, and it's a matter of whether he's going to hold on to it or give to Pickering. And this time there was no read option. It was Pickering all the way, and coming up and making a great tackle there was number 28 for the Bulldogs, and that was Chase Henry. And about a yard pickup on the play. It's going to be second down and 9 with 4:35 to go before halftime. 6-0 Bulldogs. One nice play there by Henry. Rose is to the left side this time. In the slot, they've got Oathout. Pickering back there in the backfield with Wassink. He'll take the snap, hand to Pickering. They had a chance to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but he is just such a powerful was there. But he just used his strength and power to get down inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 coming up here from about the 19. We wonder 4 minutes to play in the half. Pickering, just such a powerful runner. So once again, 2 receivers to the left. That is Rose and Oathout and Cobleskill-Richmondville. Coach Ed Hantho wants to talk it over. We've got 3:44 to go here before halftime. Our score, Cobleskill-Richmondville 6, Fonda-Fultonville nothing. This is our Friday night game of the week on MYVT Media Sports. And tonight's game is brought to you by Skeen Valley Group Insurance and Real Estate with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Make just one call for all your insurance and real estate needs. 518-948-2928. For Skeen Valley Group Insurance and Real Estate, offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Game day or any day, dinner is solved at Indulge Pizza, your place for pizza, wings, subs, salads, and so much more. Something for everyone. Dine in, take out, or get delivery with DoorDash. Call 518-345-5300. Open Thursday through Monday. Find them online or on Facebook for more details. That's Indulge Pizza of Granville. 3:44 to go before the half. Up for Fonda-Fultonville. They're at the Bulldogs with a 6-0 lead. And it's going to be Wassink out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left. That is Rose and Oathout. Looks like Sweet is to the right side. Pickering is in the backfield. He'll take the snap, give to Pickering. Big hole on the right side. Gets down near the 15. And it's going to be a first down for Fonda. So they've got the ball up to about the 16-yard line now. Once again, Rose and Oathout coming to the left. And it's at the 14-yard line, first down and 10. Pickering out of the shotgun, or Wassink out of the shotgun. Hands for Pickering. Pickering heading toward the 10. He's going to be stacked up at about the 11. A swarming defense there as Gallagher trots back on for the Bulldogs. So 2:50 to go before halftime. 6-point lead. Oathout goes out wide to the right. Out of the shotgun. Wassink's going to fake this time, keep it himself. And the Bulldogs were ready for that. They stayed home well. One of the things you got to worry about on the play like that, if you're Coach Hantho, is the defense biting on that fake to Pickering because they're so used to Pickering getting the ball. But they did a nice job of staying home on that play. Little or no gain there. It's going to be third down and about 7 coming up for Fonda-Fultonville as we approach 2 minutes to go in the half. Football on the 11-yard line. Pickering with the handoff, and they're going to stack him up. Great job, the penetration up front by the Bulldogs. And the previous down was a big down, and this one even bigger. As no gain on the play, it's going to be 4th down and 7 from the Bulldog 11-yard line. We go down toward a minute and a half to go before the break. Looks like they're going to let the play clock run down and take a timeout here, shorten up this second quarter, and then decide what they want to do on 4th and 7. Yeah, they're going to let this play clock run down, use a timeout with a minute 11 to go, and discuss. I don't know what they have for a field goal kicker here. It would be a fairly long kick as far as high school goes, unless you've got a really good kicker. But they're going to discuss that right now. And while they're doing that, this is our game of the week here on MYVT Media Sports, brought to you by Lake Champlain Coal Company. It's Kelly Fun. Right. And yeah, they are not our play. They're usually our play of the game sponsor, but tonight it's sponsor on the game. Lake Champlain Coal Company, your local fuel supplier. Fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. That's the Lake Champlain Coal Company. And yes, we do. We have a different player of the game sponsor tonight. And as I said, glad to have it. It is Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of our family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden tonight is our player of the game sponsor. And glad to have them. They also sponsor program this week. So glad to have Kelly Farm and Garden on as our player of the game sponsor. A minute 11 to go. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 7. Very big play in this football game here in the first half. Wasink goes back to pass. Throws over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. And we are tied at 6. And it was on the catch, Henry Sweet, and that ties the game at 6. It's an 11-yard strike from Wasink to Sweet, and they will come on to try the extra point kick. So the extra point kick attempt to give Fonda-Fultonville the lead, and the kick is up. And the kick is good, and the kicker is number 8. That's Sam Huckins. So it is an 11-yard touchdown pass from Wasink to Sweet, and the conversion kick by Huckins. And as they come up the field, a minute 7 to go here in the first half, it is Fonda-Fultonville 7 and Cobleskill-Richmondville 6. And tonight's game is being brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, our sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also, Kelly Farm and Garden. Kelly Farm and Garden, proud to support youth sports in our community. Kelly Farm and Garden, where customers are treated like part of their family tree. Kelly Farm and Garden is our Player of the Game award sponsor this evening here for Cobleskill-Richmondville versus Fonda-Fultonville. This big battle of unbeaten teams here. So we've got a minute 7 to go in the half. Both teams have found the end zone. Cam Jackson is going back to receive. Looks like Isaiah Butcher also back there. The kick from Huckins. It's going to be short. It's going to be taken by Barr. Barr at the 35 to the 40, brought down to the 40-yard line. Looks like on the hit for Fonda-Fultonville. was number 17, Gavin Fernandez. And in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter in Hoosick Falls, it is Hoosick Falls, Tamarack 7, Granville Whitehall nothing. So that's a big game over in the Class C East Division. So right now the Wildcats of Hoosick Falls Tamarack leading GW 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Here, 7-6, Fonda-Fultonville. And 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs. They'll fake the handoff, go back to pass. They've got a man wide open, and it's going to be short of the intended receiver. As Cernauskas had Isaiah Butcher wide open. If they are able to connect, Butcher might be gone. So the ball now at the 39-yard line is where it was, and 58.3 seconds to go after that incomplete pass. And we have 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs, trying to strike and take the lead back here before halftime. Barr and Butcher out to the left side. And now in motion goes Henry. And now taking off on the run is Cernauskas. And he's able to get across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, it looks like. Picked up about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And out of bounds, stops the clock. So we'll see what the Bulldogs draw up here on 3rd down and 6. Trying to keep this drive alive. Not have to give the ball back to the Valley Hawks before the break here. So 3rd down and 6. Cernauskas looking over to the sideline, making sure they've got things straight. Looks like Cam Jackson, Eli Barr, wide out on the left side. Butcher was in the backfield. He goes in motion. Cernauskas forced to run. He's got the 45. There's a flag down. They might have gotten a face mask. And he gets up to midfield. It looked like they got the face mask of Cernauskas. And that's going to tack on more yardage and really give the Bulldogs a shot here with 44.7 to go in the half. It is face mask against Fonda-Fultonville. So from the 49, it's not the personal foul variety, evidently. Just a grab and let go, not a grab and twist. So only a 5-yard gain on that. So it's going to be to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. And once again, Cam Jackson, Eli Barr out to the left side. Butcher is going to join Cernauskas in the backfield here. Butcher goes in motion. Cernauskas going back to pass, going deep. Got the man out there. Just overthrew Jackson down inside the 10. So it's going to be incomplete. I like the taking a shot there, though, late in the half. You still got 2nd down and 10 here. That was nothing tricky, just a straight go pattern by Cam Jackson. And he beat the defender. And that's the 2nd time they've beaten the secondary of the Valley Hawks. So if they connect, they can score on one of these big pass plays because it's been proven that they can get guys open against this second Valley Hawks. Going to go with a little counter play here. Big room to run, 40, 35, and stacked up just shy of the 30. But some nice positive yardage there picked up. That's Landon Holslander. And the Dogs are going to take a timeout here with 30.8 seconds to go. But they are on the drive. They have got it 1st down and 10 at the 32-yard line of Fonda-Fultonville. And right now, let's talk about some of the spots. MYV